professors, dear colleagues, thank you so much for this nice opportunity to be here in front of you and present our program. I absolutely under the influence of the previous presenters' messages. If I may refer to one of the presenters, Marcin Wielec's presentation about the spirit of this cooperation. It's a high-level message for me. But during the presentation, I started to thinking of the situation that we are old, Marcin, because you had a mistake in your presentation, because we signed this memorandum of understanding not in 2021, but 2020. Sorry for that. That's all. But after this person.
So, we will be so much.
That's all. And now maybe for some of you my presentation can be boring, but maybe for others it can include some new pieces of information. This is the summary of the CEA and what we are doing, who we are. And first of all, I have to emphasize that we are a higher education institute connected to a university. We are established by or according to Hungarian Act of Higher Education, and we are promoted, we are financed from Hungarian national budget. We have four main projects, one of them connected to the senior researchers, to you, for example. We have also a project connected to the young researchers for the future generation. We consider it similarly important. We also have a so-called LLM project, and as a kind of umbrella project, we have a regional international publishing house program. As to the first one, it can be familiar for you. We started it, the basis in 2020 in cooperation with our Polish colleagues from the Institute of Justice. We could launch this project in 2021, and since 2021 we could involve more than 180 professors only in this project. I have to emphasize that in the framework of the Central European Academy, of course, we have more contributors. In a year, we have approximately 500 or 600 professors involved in our project. But in this program, in this flagship project, the number of the professors already involved, it is 180. As you can see, however, our focus is connected to so-called Central Europe. I use so-called because it's determined by us. What does it mean, Central Europe? There are so many definitions, but for us it means Visegrad countries, also Romania, also Slovenia, also Croatia, and a non-EU country, Serbia as well. But as you can see, nowadays the geographical scope of the professors network also include other countries, also Western countries, and we have an opening to the new the potential member states, the candidate countries of the European Union. In this year, our project has two pillars. The one of them, the so-called Central European Professors Network, and there is another pillar, that is the Polish-Hungarian Professors Network, in which you are involved. As to the first one, because maybe the Polish-Hungarian Professors Network is well known among you, but as to the Central European Professors Network, we also focus on European Union affairs, especially the enlargement of this and the so-called equality issues. Why this? Because we try to prepare a kind of own concept in connection about the future of the European Union, and there are ideas about the multi-speed Europe. There are ideas about gradual integration. However, we thought that maybe other concepts can be competitive in the dialogue about the future of Europe. That is successful integration and equality of the member states, which we think that maybe they can be also really valuable part of the future integration. In addition to this, we have a third group about the assisted reproductive technologies. These technologies, they are here, and I think it's really important that our experts, our professors, they provide a kind of assessment interpretation, especially focusing our own approaches, values here in Central Europe. As to the Young Researchers project, young researchers, this definition, it includes two elements. The one of them is a PhD student status. Therefore, young researchers, they are PhD students. They connected to a doctoral school. Taking into account that Central European Academy itself does not have a doctoral school, therefore we cooperate with the doctoral school, that is a doctoral school and University of Miskolc. And in addition to this first relationship, to this first status of the PhD students, there are also a young researcher status in the Central European Academy. Typically, our young researchers, they are in the Central European Academy in Budapest. This junior program, it is a really complex project. It provides numerous levels of cooperation among our nations. The first level, the core level, maybe the most important level, of course, they are the PhD students. I'm really glad that some of them are here among us in the audience. And I'm really glad that at this moment in the Central European Academy, you can find 40 students from 8 countries, of course, including Poland. We have 8 young researchers from Poland. The hugest community among the young researchers, they are the Polish colleagues community. As here you can see also the place of the graduation of the young researchers. Another level of the cooperation, of course, the masters, the supervisors, the doctor fathers of the project, and some of our Polish-Hungarian professors, the network members, they are also supervisors in this project. As you can see, in this project we have 36 supervisors from 9 countries. The extra country now is our Germany, because one of the co-supervisor, he's from Germany, from University of Heidelberg, and I think it's a really important thing. Therefore, in the doctoral school of University Miskolc, there are not only Hungarian University of Miskolc professors, but there are, in a really huge number, you can find also professors from other universities. The third level of the cooperation is connected to the course materials. These course materials are applied in the education of the Young Researchers Project. Especially the first 2 years is really strict for them. They have numerous exams from these books. But who are the authors of these books? You know, who are the professors prepared these books? We are together. Therefore, the authors themselves, they are from these regions, they are from these universities. At this moment, we have 13 books. I think it's a beautiful number. We started this project also in 2021, and there are also new books in pipeline about company law, comparative administrative law, also about liability issues, because previously we already published the constitutional law, international law, EU law aspects. Therefore, this is a really nice project. Maybe there is a question whether these books are used only in our project, only for 40 students. But the answer is really nice, because some partners in other universities, they started to use these books also in their education. I think this is a really nice dissemination of our cooperation via this book series. We started other form of the cooperation. For example, the annual scientific conference for young researchers. And this year we could hold the third one. As to the active participants, that is the number of the presenters and or the moderators, it was 170. 170, and we think that is a huge opportunity for the young researchers of this region. They came from more than 20 countries. I think networking among them is essential. We have other really specific projects for the young researchers because we would like to educate them about the scientific practice in this way. Therefore, we established a specific journal for them, the Central European Law Review. The role model is from America. You know, there are famous law reviews, Harvard Law Reviews, and so on and so on. And they are also operated by students, or among others, by students. And we have a similarly active project in here. And in this year, we also launched the project of the CEA Yearbook of Contemporary Legal Discourse. I always forget this long title, to tell you the truth, that it was the idea of the young researchers. The editor-in-chief of this yearbook is also a Polish colleague. He is among us, Tomasz Mirosławski. Therefore, we try to connect colleagues via this institution as well. The fourth level of the potential cooperation connected to the institutional level. We are really glad that some of our young researchers, they are already connected to universities and or to constitutional courts or tribunals. It depends on the name. For example, as to Romania, Serbia, Croatia, Slovakia, also from Poland. Therefore, I think this is a high-level integration capacity in this project. Okay, please do not forget that in the next year we would like to continue this project, and we are about to find new young researchers and new supervisors. And of course, this project is really open for the members of the Polish-Hungarian Professors Networks member. As to our LLM project, the Young Researchers Project is a long-run project, 4 years. But we have other projects, especially for experts of this region. We have two value-based LLM project. The one of them connected to the most precious value of this region, children's rights, and the second one connected to the human rights and rule of law. The concept of this project is really similar to the previously mentioned Young Researchers Project. It means that they are English language project, and the so-called students, however, in numerous cases they are experts. You know, the students sometimes they are from ministries. The students sometimes they are already lecturer in a given university, or they are connected to the ombudsman office, or they are judges, and so on and so on. That for me it's not so easy to denominate them as students because their knowledge is really high level in numerous cases. Therefore, as to the students, they are from this region. The experts, the lecturers, they are from this region. We also established a book series for them as to their course materials. The authors of these course materials, they are from this region. A week ago, we could already present some of the books of the children's rights issues. In this project, we focus on 8 countries. There is also a conference, the so-called Children's Rights Days. A year ago, we presented the huge contribution of Polish science and to the children's rights as to the UN Convention. The initiator was Poland. We also presented Polish achievements in connection with the Ukrainian real asylum seekers children's, because your country provided a huge service for these Ukrainian refugees. You could provide a great education for them in a very short time, and we thought that this is a good example. In this year, however, we presented a project of Slovakia. We were honored because the Deputy Prime Minister of Slovakia visited our project. Therefore, however, of course, it's a really important part of our scientific life to criticize something, and I think this is a basic issue. But via the Children's Rights Days, we also try to present best practice or good practice as well. And finally, we also established a yearbook of children's rights about the 2024. It's going to be published in 2025. In the next year, of course, we launched the ICCR last year, in this year, and we are about to launch it in the next year. Here you can see that we also provide, of course, a scholarship for the experts. Therefore, the education is free for them. It's a hybrid form of education. They are partly in online, partly in present, but the scholarship provides also the cost of the accommodation and travel as well. Therefore, it's a real free project. The human rights and rule of law is almost the same. What is a huge difference between them, it is the countries number. Because we established this project focusing on 16 countries experts. Therefore, candidate countries are also here in this project, and we could provide approximately 50 scholarship for experts in this region. Of course, we also have a specific series, and we hope that in the next year we can organize the first Human Rights Days. That is a really important project in our life. As to the CEA publishing, we are about to operate book series and also journals. As to our book series, you can find a specific category in this book series connected to research groups, including the Polish-Hungarian one. The first volumes are going to publish with the help of the editor-in-chief, Professor Marcin Vielec, in 2025. We have a so-called generation book series because we would like to provide, this is about monograph. We started with the monograph of young researchers in English because our CA publishing, everything is about English, is in English. But we started other two generation for the elder senior researchers. The one of them is going to be about the achievement of the Professor Smiczynski. He was, as far as I know, the first drafter of the UN Convention of Children's Rights. Therefore, we thought that it's a good idea to present his ideas. We have, as a kind of third group, an educational series for the PhD level and also at the LLM level. As to the CA publishing, there is a journal, the Central European Journal of Comparative Law, the Law, Identity and Values, and the Students' journals. One of them is already on the list of the Polish journals list. To tell you the truth, we had 3 journals on this list, but unfortunately, there was a decision in January by the Polish Minister of Higher Education, and now the other 2 are not on the list. But of course, we are about to initiate our journals to be on the list because we are aware of the situation. But for the Polish partners, only the listed journals can be proper ones. Therefore, we would like to go back, if I may use this phrase. And finally, that was about the academy. But please do not forget that we have another forum for the cooperation. This is an association. The association, we can consider this as international association, but I'm absolutely certain that international lawyer colleagues, they are going to ask me, what does it mean, international association? And I know I look at Professor Mushinsky in this way. This is association established by the Hungarian law in Hungary. The members of the association, they are national associations, for example, from Poland as well. And one of the main projects of this association is about the national language. Because, of course, in the CEA you could recognize that everything about the internationalization, everything is about English language and so on and so on. But we did not forget that high-level debates in a given country can be pursued only in the national language. Therefore, we would like to promote the importance of the national languages. We already published our first flagship article in connection with this. What we think about these developments, and so on and so on. Of course, our idea is that internationalization is really important, but in parallel, we should protect our own national language as well. We have other forums in this program. We started establishing centers, Children's Rights Center and the Human Rights Center. The Children's Rights Center presided by our colleague Marta Benyus. The Human Rights Center is presided by Katarzyna Zombori. I don't know. Somehow we appreciate this Polish origin, because Marta Benyus' mother is also Polish, and Katarzyna, of course, she's also Polish one. And we hope that in this Human Rights Center we can keep the relationship with the experts of the previously mentioned LLMs, the ICCR, the Children's Rights LLM experts, and the Human Rights LLM experts. Therefore, I hope that in the not-so-far future, we can provide more pieces of information about the operation of these centers. And last but not least, please do not forget that we have an initiative, a kind of blog. I think that Verfassungsblog is already well-known blog for you. We started to build a similar blog of this region via your contribution. And we also started our newsletter. Via the QR code, of course, you can subscribe and reach this issue as well. Dear colleagues, thank you so much for your contribution, and thank you so much for your attention as well.